This is a disaster, guys. This is a very, very bad thing to happen. Ledger, a trustworthy company that has provided us with self-custody tools like the Ledger Nano. Over the years, we've loved them, we've used them. Hardware wallet, second to none. Here's the Nano X. I really like this Nano X. I like the way it looks. It's friendly. It looks like a USB key that we're all used to. That form factor is absolutely brilliant and compact. I really like the LED display. It's very clean, very minimalist, very aesthetic. I like that. The ability to use the app to monitor your crypto is a convenience that a lot of people like. Not everybody likes that, but a lot of people do. It's got Bluetooth connectivity. At this point, some purists and minimalists are starting to get a little bit wary, but so far so good. They've got a massive number of cryptos that are compatible with this wallet, another plus, including all the biggest ones, right? So there's no doubt that the Ledger Nano is right there on top when it comes to hardware wallet options. Now check this out. They have launched a recovery service. So what this is they download, or I should say upload, your security keys when you set it up, your security phrase, and they send that and split it across 3 different recovery companies. The idea is no one company has the entire phrase. So if you ever need to recover your phrase, they can contact these 3 companies, Ledger themselves being one of them, and reunify your key. Sounds like a brilliant idea. Why? Because this is actually a highly desired thing, right? For a lot of people that are coming into cryptocurrencies for the first time. God knows how much crypto I lost, all the airdrops that I received in wallets that I can no longer access because I've lost the seed phrase, or in the very early days when I didn't understand how it worked. Some of the seed phrases I wrote down and forgot, some I didn't write down, some I created a password and I deleted the app and I couldn't get back in. As you can see from all these testimonials, wrote my recovery phrase on a piece of paper which I lost during a move, still got a couple of ETH sitting in it. I sympathize with you. I mean, this is a very common story with crypto users, right? But I'm going to tell you why, even though this is a desirable thing and this is going to bring in the masses and this is going to appeal to the noobs, this is a disaster, guys. This is a very, very bad thing to happen to Ledger Nano, because again, similar to what they've done with Bitcoin and ordinals, this is a kink in the armor. This is introducing a kind of sideway or kind of backdoor to access your crypto. It's not as secure as it used to be if this ability exists. Let me explain. The first and obvious thing is that this backdoor has been built into a device that people purchased without knowing prior that this stuff exists, right? And what's the problem with that? 0-day exploits. So there are people out there on the internet who are way more savvy than you and I, especially when it comes to technology, that can access these things from the back end, even without the manufacturer knowing that they can. Why? Because there are 0-day exploits that have not been patched, that these shady actors have access to. Either they've bought the hack from the deep web, sometimes from even insider jobs from developers on the team, sometimes would sell these hacks for lots and lots of money. So there are hidden shady figures that are waiting to take your crypto the minute that they can access it through 0-day exploits. Ledger says that this is a soft launch exclusively for Nano X. So if you have Nano S Plus, you can't subscribe to this service. Again, you have to subscribe to the service as an opt-in. But the fact that the technology exists, who is to say that it doesn't exist on Nano S? And once they've tested this and they found that a lot of people are taking to it, they then offer it up for the S Plus. So the hardware, the technology might already be there, so it doesn't actually exempt Nano S Plus from what I'm talking about. The second thing you have to be wary of is that if the dark web people can access it, these guys can access it as well. Something about cryptocurrencies is that it's not anonymous, but it is secure, and it gives you the freedom and the independence to detach from the powers that be and be custodian of your own wealth. But if there is a backdoor that these guys can get in, you best believe that they will be looking. Another thing, of course, is this guy. This guy is the biggest danger of all, because why? Now your crypto can be subpoenaed, and they don't have to even contact you or subpoena you. They can go directly to the companies that are holding your phrase, and who's to say that the government themselves aren't one of these guys holding a third of your phrase? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. So one of these guys decides that, you know, they want your crypto for whatever reason, either right or wrong. They can now access your crypto without your knowledge or permission by subpoenaing and sending threats to the companies that hold your phrase. They get your phrase, boom, your crypto is gone. And then there's the final one, which is the absolute possibility of a rug pull. Who is to say that these companies are holding your phrase aren't going to do something unscrupulous? Who's to say that they're any more trustworthy than the establishment banks that we're trying to get away from in the first place? If last year has taught us anything, it's that well-meaning companies are not necessarily well-meaning. Does Do Kwon come to mind? Does FTX come to mind, and SBF? So there's a possibility of a rug pull or the companies going under. I know it's a recovery process and it doesn't mean that they're the ones actually holding your keys. Or what if you forget your keys because you're depending on these companies and these companies have gone under? Who's to know what's going on? In honesty, it is solving a problem, but check this out. Responsibility is the price of freedom. What this means is that the whole point of cryptocurrencies, at least from the point of view of purists, is to be a self-custodian of your own wealth. And that gives you an amount of freedom that is unparalleled with anything that exists at the moment. And if you want that true freedom, then you must be willing to accept the responsibilities that come with that freedom. And part of that responsibility is keeping your key phrase safe and secure. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. I will see you in the next video.